So let's see them here. So this is both, I'm going to do my best to talk about both couples, people who are in divine love couplings already, and for the single Cancers out there too. So we have the Matriarch card with the Nine of Pentacles. So here I'm feeling like you know the abundant feeling that you want in your love partnerships, and you can see this separation of, yes, you have these feelings in your heart, and perhaps they're not quite, you haven't been able to quite fully manifest them in your day-to-day environment. And feeling like I keep seeing these cards be separated, like there's a gap between you're feeling solid and independent in your love life and bringing that into your partnerships in your dating world. So perhaps if you're single and looking out on the dating scene, I see that you've been spending a lot of time focusing on getting yourself solid and in a comfortable financial situation, so that when you attain this card, the Matriarch card, you can feel like you're ready and that you're coming from a place of solidity and knowing exactly who you are and what you have to offer in these relationships. So in a coupling, maybe there's been a little bit of a revamping of one of you working more in the area of your career and feeling like that's been more important than nesting and spending time at home. And I know you guys Cancers love to spend time at home. I'm a Cancer moon, so I totally get it. And feeling like there's been some financial success. However, bringing it home, there could be maybe some, I want to say, arguments in your partnership as to how to spend this money, or there being a little bit of a mental strain on, okay, well, we have this bill, and then we have this bill, and we have this financial obligation, and where to funnel and focus those outer resources within your relationship for your shared finances. And so how does that apply to you, Cancer? I want you to think about the different areas of how that could be sort of tying you up inside and feeling like you've come to maybe a little bit of an impasse in your partnership as to how to allocate your resources together. And for singles, wanting to create this again in your outer worlds, but there still being a few perhaps limiting beliefs that isn't making this not feel so in your immediate experience. So single Cancers, where in your mind, in your subconscious belief systems, are you feeling like perhaps that you're not worthy of everything you want and more in building your love kingdom? So these are past energies, so of what you're bringing into. So let me touch on this before we get into February, because we want to talk about the future. So the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Cups reversed. So again, choices, and the choices being imminent. Perhaps if you're single, feeling like you needed to make a quick decision in your dating life as to who you wanted to date. Maybe there are many choices and you are feeling a little overwhelmed, and also overwhelmed that you had to choose and not wanting to make too rash of a decision because you needed more time. And maybe there is more time. There's always more time. So we'll see what's happening in February coming out of that choice. Okay, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Cups. So some of you have moved on or are going to move on in February from an emotional situation that no longer felt fulfilling or providing you the support that you're ultimately looking for. So maybe in you creating this independent feeling that, well, I can do it myself. Who needs them anyway? Maybe there's... Sorry for laughing. That just made me laugh. It feels a little bit stubborn. And let's see what other cards come out here. Yeah, like you kind of you're getting to a place in February of just being done over it, not going to argue about money anymore, ending the conversation or ending the worrisomeness over it. Maybe perhaps you're putting down the overwhelming, I want to say, focus or concern about your financial picture in these relationships and really doing some transformational work in February to once and for all, like changing that foundational belief system of you not feeling like this is coming about in your life in full force, in full blossoming. Because we all want to see the Ten of Cups upright. Like one of the happiest cards. Oh dear, Cancer. Okay. So yeah, seeing in couples, there's going to be a transformation and one person feeling like they're being left out in the cold emotionally when these topics of conversation come up about shared finances, and it feeling heartbreaking. Like, why can't we we've been together for so long. Why can't we get over this stumbling block and end this cycle of feeling lack, and in that lack, the heartbreak of not emoting in the way to one another and with one another that feels fulfilling. Because here, somebody's offering you a new emotional love or a cup, and you're sort of focused on the past here, what was said in the past or what was done in the past, and really fixating. And I see this other water sign, or maybe it's you, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, younger male, trying to put an emotional balm on perhaps this situation. See if I can hold 4 cards at the same time. And this person's effort is just not doing it for you. Not doing it for you. You want more in February. Whether you're single and dating or coupled, you want more. You want more emotional connection. You want more of a feeling of contentment in your relationship and how things have been going up until this point, you're coming to an end of how things have been going in the month of February, and you're taking the matters into your own hand to pull these swords out. I'll be interested to see on what the cards say for moving out of February. Let's go there now. Yeah, the Devil in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. All right, I'll do that. So there's going to be quick transformation happening towards the end of February, moving out of February, of maybe the other person in your relationship is sort of willy-nilly spending behind your back, and you're getting just done, completely frustrated about how they're spending it on their addictions, maybe drinking or gambling, or God forbid, porn. Because the Eight of Wands coming in at the Devil so quickly, this is quick action and swift action to end the cycle of feeling restrained or held back. And maybe this is just in your heart and in your mind, and an internal process, Cancer, of again coming back to what limiting beliefs are you really getting firm on letting yourself transform in the month of February all around about your self-worth. And I see there being a very rapid and quick succession of transformation happening, and you dropping this lack mentality in your life that has not gotten you what you know you ultimately desire and deserve deep in your heart, when you can get quiet and let the silly ego go to rest and not be the dominating voice that's directing your life. What card here? So there could be people from your past coming in that's going to assist you in balancing in this area of your life of, well, do I want this lifestyle or do I want this lifestyle? Do I want this person or do I want this person? Again, if you're single and you felt like you had to make a quick choice at the end of January, maybe you're seeing their true colors about how they handle their finances, and you're like, no. And somebody from the past is going to help you see that more clearly. Yeah, because the Page of Cups then turns into the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, well, I'm going to be on my merry way with my own resources. This is what you're saying to this water sign, because what you have to offer me is not enough. And maybe you're really wanting to rapidly change these lackful beliefs and conversations in your own world, and they're not ready and or willing to keep up with manifesting in their own life to feel fully abundant emotionally, mentally, and physically, to do their own work. And yeah, because I see you leaving. This is either a physical leaving, and if that is a physical leaving, Cancer, you're on to better horizons, and you know in your heart that it's going to eventually and probably very quickly put to rest these worrisome thoughts that it just hasn't been a match for so long, and you're taking the steps towards the end of February. And this could very well have something to do with the eclipse energies happening throughout the month, and how they can quickly transform us and shift situations in our lives. And it's nothing to be afraid of, because I'm a firm believer that the universe is on our side, and everything that happens, even though it may not be apparent in the immediate moment of when you're going through something, ultimately you look back and it is a blessing. So, with that being said, dear Cancer, I'm going to pull an Archangel Michael card for you to see what he has to say. A little bit of angelic input here. You are guarded and protected. Maybe I got the energy of Gemini here. Maybe that's your friend from the past coming in. That's going to help you see more clearly towards the end of February. I'll read you the prayer. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. So call on your angels and guides, Cancer, throughout the month of February for guidance. They want you to have all that you desire in all areas of life, including love. They want you to feel wealthy and abundant and secure and happy, supported. And this ultimately comes from within. And I feel like you are going to be focusing on that in February. And that is nothing to bat an eye at for sure.